let's talk about these polling numbers, starting with President Trump's approval rating, now at 53%, a 6% jump. This is CBS News polling. This is the highest approval rating for President Trump in CBS polling history. And Alex, when it comes to the big issues like the deportation policy, which people expected to be really contentious, well, the numbers are even more promising. When asked, do you approve or disapprove of the Trump administration's program to find and deport immigrants who are in the US illegally, the approval number there is 59%, up 18%. And the numbers are up for every age group. You're looking at from 18-year-olds all the way to 65 plus. This has got to be terrifying the Democrats and the media and activist class.
No, you're exactly right. The media is shaking in their boots. That's why they're constantly talking about the price of eggs, as if inflation wasn't absolutely terrible under Joe Biden, Kamala Harris for the past 4 years. So the media is doing anything they possibly can to try to spin this presidency as a negative thing, when in reality, everybody's happy that illegal immigrants are actually getting sent back to their home countries, not because we're bigoted or racist or we don't even want immigrants, but because we don't want to have a two-tier justice system where illegal immigrants or have more access to social services than American citizens. Like people in Chicago, African Americans don't have access to the same social services that an illegal immigrant does. So people are sick and tired of our two-tier justice system that puts Americans last. So it's brilliant. It's great. And these numbers are only going to go up when Trump can actually get more things accomplished.
Well, this next poll should really terrify the Democrats. This is where they asked voters to describe Donald Trump. These are the top responses. Have a look at the list. This is the top ones. This isn't just the positive ones. 69% tough, 63% energetic, 60% focus, 58% effective. The top responses are all positive. They're all traits you want in a president. So despite the overwhelming negative response to every policy, whether it's the border, whether it's deportations, whether it's USAID, and we've got to talk about that, the public seems to be disregarding the noise, the hysteria from the media and the activist class, and saying, so far, we like what we see.
Oh, 100%. And honestly, Donald Trump's very tough, but his energy is just unmatched. A man at his age, the way that he moves and travels on a daily basis is unlike any 20-year-old. Anybody in their prime cannot have the same level of energy as Donald Trump. So people notice that. I would put, and I'm not trying to kiss his dairy hair, but I would put smart, because he's a brilliant guy, and they do not give him enough credit for how smart Donald Trump is. So that would be my number one adjective when it comes to the president.
Well, I've got to say, I've been surprised by how easily he's been able to get what he wants, whether he's talking with about Canada or Mexico or Colombia. He makes a threat. They have a bit of a meltdown, but within 24 hours, they're doing what he's asked for, and that's another win for the US. I mentioned USAID, US aid. That is becoming a big issue. The Democrats are doubling down, saying the funding here is necessary, it saves lives, it is not wasteful, it's not corrupt. But the more we learn about where American taxpayers' money has gone around the world with this program, I think the more dangerous it is for the Democrats to defend it, Alex.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're making Sesame Street in Iraq. They're doing gender studies in countries where women aren't even allowed to drive a car. So it's just absurd, the money that we've wasted trying to indoctrinate foreign countries when people here in America are struggling every day. So, yeah, there's no excuse for the USAID program.
Alex Stein, thanks for your time tonight.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Rita. Talk to you again soon.